organism on its own. There wasn't time to do anything else, and therefore, I had to pay.
I don't think that's fair.
After this session of discussion. Hey viewers, welcome back to my channel WahWoman. This is your friend and host Rajni Vohra, and it's time to welcome yet another strong role model. Guys, my today's guest has inspiring leadership skills and strong business acumen that enables businesses to use technologies for the benefit of mankind and empowering women in tech to impact the world. She is Director, Women in Technology, Interim Director, SDG Ethics Commission at EUTech Chamber, Director of Development at Calgary International Film Festival. Please welcome Katarina M.V Galic. Katarina, we welcome you on our show. Thank you so much for joining us.
Hi, Rajni. Thank you so much. It's a pleasure to be on your show. It's an amazing organization that you're leading, and I'm so happy I was invited.
Thank you so much, Katarina. As you have been associated with EUTech at a really high position, so let me start this conversation by knowing more about EUTech Chamber, its objectives and its goals.
Of course, of course. And thank you for that question, and thank you for wanting to know more about a European Tech Chamber. So European Tech Chamber, or EUTech, has been established in Switzerland, and our headquarters are in Munich, Germany. We are focused on three major goals. We believe that technology is the answer to reaching these goals. So number one, it's competitiveness, to strengthen the European tech sector and protect the values. Number two is sustainability, so enabling European tech sector to reach the sustainable development goals around the globe and helping all organizations around the globe to reach the sustainable development goals established by the United Nations. And the third one is the growth, so the access opportunities to companies in the emerging markets and European companies in the emerging markets. And so the EUTech ecosystem is really comprised of 12 chapters, 8 commissions, and 18 technology councils. And we have a presence across Europe, Greater China, Africa, Latin America, Middle East, and expanding to North America, which means that we can help any organization around the globe. One of the things that is very, very interesting is that the EUTech is closely relating and collaborative with European Senate and Masterseed IHD. And so we're working on technology, innovation, economy and policy, and philanthropy and greater good for everybody around the world.
Sounds really interesting, Katarina. So tell us more about your association, your role, your responsibilities, in particular in the European Technology Chamber.
Of course. I think this is a role that I really enjoy and love working with women all over the world. So my role with EUTech is to lead Women in Tech Commission, Women in Technology Commission, and support global organizations to empower inclusive, diverse, and welcoming organizational models, so that those models can create culture of equity, diversity, and inclusiveness in technology, leadership, entrepreneurship for all women in STEM. EUTech supports women in technology and is fully committing to bring gender equality at the top of the agenda. And when I say agenda, it's the UN's Agenda 2030, and that's why we're really focused on sustainable development goals. We know that diversity within organizations really creates more revenue, as men and women see things differently. And through collaboration, they bring unique ideas to the table. And when we have unique ideas, that enables better problem solving, which can boost performance, sustainability, and business expansions. And this is where Chamber helps out, to help with business expansions to different emerging markets around the world. And so my job really is to help any company realize its full potential, ensure gender diversity, women inclusion, empowerment and support, all needs to be a business priority. And so as a mission, our mission is to empower and support 1 million women by 2030.
Wow, incredible. Seriously, incredible. So, since we are talking about gender equality, and this is precisely your chief work, you have been emphasizing more on women empowerment, equality, and their entrepreneurship. So, can you elaborate more on this point as how EUTech Chamber has been instrumental in promoting women empowerment and women entrepreneurship on ground?
Of course, I'll be happy to share some details what we're working on. EUTech has been working really hard on engaging women and men globally to communicate, to collaborate, to discuss the challenges that women face on a daily basis, and to have an opportunity together to create solutions and make collaborative impact. And so every month we have digital talks with more than 100 registrants, with keynote speakers, panelists, and those are amazing group of people who tackle most important topics that engage women and men also to discuss the importance of women in technology and entrepreneurship. And for example, in March, we talked about a topic, how women can excel in technology. We'll be discussing the importance of women in education on May 18th. So there's a lot of important topics that we really believe that we can globally promote women empowerment and women entrepreneurship as well. So what we would like to do is support young women, women who are starting their careers, women who are expanding their careers, women who are starting their businesses, the startups, as well as women who are expanding their companies across the globe and opening different offices in different countries. And so the goal for us is really putting women and girls in the center of economies, which fundamentally drive better and more sustainable development outcomes for everyone. Globally celebrating social, economical, cultural, and political achievement of women, empowering women in technology, but also encouraging diversity and inclusion. And so the most of all, we believe that we're creating one large ecosystem to support women globally in many different ways.
Wonderful, wonderful. So, Katrina, let me move my focus towards this pandemic, which has impacted the whole world in past 1 year very, very brutally. And I would definitely love to know how much impact of COVID are you experiencing or have you seen happening on your current projects?
That's a very important question, and thank you for asking that question. We have learned that, and we know that since March last year, almost everyone has been asked to work from home, and a lot of us haven't been seen in our offices for more than a year. And we know that COVID has been impacted many people, different ages, different genders, but most of all, we learn actually from the United Nations research, but we also know that by our experience, you and I don't know that as well as all many fellow women, that the pandemic mostly affected women.
True.
And it was very difficult because we have a lot of working mothers, a lot of women who are supporting their families, their kids, but also their own families, like parents and some of the siblings, and it is a big burden on them to have that responsibility, but as well to work, maybe a leading organization. Still during pandemic, we had a lot of companies who were really expanding their businesses, and so we'll look at the pandemic. There was that very challenging side, but we also realized that the pandemic brought us this. You and I probably wouldn't be able to talk if it wasn't for the virtual video call, which I'm really thankful for. And so we have the other side of the pandemic that really opened some doors for opportunities for women around the world to connect, to even support each other even more. and to expand our networks and connection to ensure that we do have that support so we can, continue going and doing the work that we do, expanding our businesses or caring for one another and ensuring that the health and well-being is something that we as a women are thinking about.
Right, right. So, Katrina, I think in this whole period of pandemic, in many countries, I think almost in every country, there have been more or less reports of domestic violence also, as you were rightly discussing, that probably the major burden has come on women. Actually, women has been really, really badly impacted. Of course, the whole world has been impacted, but in particular, women they have been very, very impacted by this pandemic due to this domestic violence and other issues like this. So thank you so much for throwing light on this issue. And let me ask you about any upcoming project in particular you are looking forward to.
Yes, actually, when we talk about those opportunities and what, the doors that have been opened for us, we're actually working on a very, very interesting project right now. That's the white paper and the top 10 recommendations for women in technology. And so I have a pleasure to work with an amazing group of experts in preparing this document that will serve as an informational document to share knowledge, foster exchange, collaboration, and create value for our advocates and the global EUTech community, from society to businesses, but also from industry professionals to technological innovators. It will serve as a guideline to how to reestablish organization or culture to become more open, engaging, involving, diverse, supportive, and welcoming for women. Because we believe that and it is true, with great technology comes great responsibility.
Indeed.
And so sharing technology-driven solutions and methods, we really help some of the most challenging questions on how we can improve our lives, providing insights from technologists, engineers, experts, and researchers. And we believe that this document, this white paper, will be carefully curated in collaboration with our advocates, supporters, contributors who share EUTech vision and values, and it will be published by our educational and knowledge share for our knowledge sharing purposes. But I also believe that I would love women to use this document to share within their organizations, among the senior teams, among their colleagues, to ensure that this is something that can really help with open-mindedness and acceptability of diverse and differences, and that everybody can understand and accept the benefits of having women being part of their teams. And I also have to say that a group of amazing women is working on this project, but we also have one amazing man who is our board member, and I'm really happy for that.
Great, great. And on that note, let me thank you for being with us and talking to us. We wish you all the best for your all future endeavors and projects. Thank you so much, Katrina, once again, for agreeing to this interview. Thank you.
You are welcome, Rajni. I thank you as well. I think you're doing an amazing work. And I salute you for everything that you did in supporting the women around the world. That's really amazing. And as always, if there's anything I can do to support you, I'll be happy to do it.
I truly appreciate it. Thank you so much and take care. Thank you so much, guys. Thanks for watching and take care. Bye-bye.